Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and I'm joined by the wonderful, the venerable Felix.
Hello, it is I, Felix.
He's here, yep, he's here, all right. And today we're going to be taking a look at what we consider to be the most exciting games coming in the month of November. Some of which have already come, because we're a little late to the party here. Isn't life fun? Anyway, once again, this is not going to be an exhaustive list. It's just what we consider to be the best. And we're going to start off with Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, which came out on the 6th of November on the Switch 2.
Yeah, it's something you might have missed because Nintendo kind of forgot to promote this game. I just felt like, okay, now it's out. Nice. Yes. Love it. Yeah, I've played this game for around like 4 or 5 hours right now. I want to play it more. That's the plan because it is a really good game. It's canon, unlike its predecessor, and it tells the story of how Zelda helped fight in the imprisonment war. The story is told through mainly big battles against hundreds of foes, which you battle Muso style. Yeah, the game is super smooth at 60 FPS. I feel like it's one of the best games to showcase just the raw power of the Switch 2 and what you can achieve if you know what to do with said power. The combos are also really nice to pull off, and there's a lot of different mechanics to the combat. Alex, you've played some of the previous Hyrule Warriors. Are you eyeing this one? Because I don't think you've played this yet, right?
I haven't played it, no. I didn't. I only sort of briefly played the Age of Calamity. I don't own it. But I did play the original Hyrule Warriors, and when I say original, I mean the Wii U Hyrule Warriors. And I really enjoyed that. It does get repetitive. It's not something that I will necessarily go out of my way to pick up, I don't think, but I do like the notion that this is canon, and so I think as soon as I can get it for a reasonable price, I'm probably going to take the plunge. Because, you know, there's something fun about just mindlessly mashing into enemies, you know, but I'm not sure I'd pay full price for it personally.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I feel like this genre is definitely, well, it depends on what you're for, and it can get a bit repetitive. But what about this next game, Alex? Goodnight Universe.
Yeah, I don't think this is as repetitive, although you are playing as a baby. It's coming out it came out on the 11th of November, I should say, on Switch 2. And the game in its original form on, I believe, Steam, used eye tracking software in order to track your eyes, if you can imagine such a thing, in order to look at the responses you were going to use. Because you're playing as a baby, but you have the mind of an adult and the memories of an adult, you know, standard stuff. It's video games. You can do what you like. That isn't available on the Switch 2 version, which some people I've seen have said is actually a bit of a blessing because they don't like the eye tracking. I think it's fine just as long as you have the option. Bit of a shame that it doesn't use the Switch 2 camera to do that. I imagine that would have been potentially plausible. I really don't know, to be honest with you. Maybe it wouldn't have been feasible, but you live out this life, you know, as a baby, and you've got to make these decisions, how you're feeling and things like that. It's very much a narrative-driven experience, and it looks relatively interesting. How does it sound to you, Felix?
What I've seen is that it's kind of like Jack, because you also have mental powers. You can kind of.
That's a very good point. Thank you for that. Yes, you have psychic powers.
Important thing.
That's quite important.
The game looks fine. It also looks like it could get quite dark because you can kind of hear the thoughts of your parents and like their troubles and stuff. So I think I would be a bit traumatized with that. Also, there's just too many other games coming out, which we will get to in this list.
There like is, absolutely. But we like to include as broader spread as we possibly can, including the next game, which comes out on the 12th of November for the Switch 1. Winter Burrow. What's it about, Felix?
Well, as we dive into winter, maybe this game can help you fend off the dark hours.
Sorry, did you write the PR or something?
No, what? I did not. I just wanted to emphasize it. In Winter Burrow, you play as a little mouse in this very cold land. As others have pointed out, it looks a bit like the game Don't Starve Together, if you know that.
I do.
You can decorate your little cabin inside a tree, which that looks really cozy, rebuilding structures and knit to keep yourself warm. Ooh. I'm personally not the biggest fan of winter, but that's because it's really dark. And, well, Denmark doesn't get a lot of snow, but snow really does help with the darkness. And this game, I don't know, it just feels like the perfect game to play over the winter. I personally really like the art style. And just
it is lovely,
it
isn't
looks
it?
really nice.
Yeah. I mentioned this when we discussed this briefly in a meeting. It reminds me of Redwall. If anyone in the comments or anyone watching remembers Redwall, series of books, and there was like a TV show as well. For some reason, one book title, Martin the Warrior, always sticks in my head. I don't know why, probably because my dad's called Martin. But yeah, it just looks like a fun little time, sort of lovely art style, as you say. We also have on the 13th of November on Switch 1 and 2, there's 2 versions, Inazuma 11 Victory Road.
Yes, this was a series that started back on the DS and is finally getting a new release, at the time of this recording, tomorrow. Oh, exciting. Okay, Alex, you may or may not know this, but this game has been delayed a lot of times.
I did have an inkling, yes.
It's gotten its name changed multiple times. No, but I want to go through just how many times this game has been
Please
delayed.
do.
All the way back in 2016, it was announced under the name Inazuma 11 Aries with a release date of 2018. In 2018, in December, they announced that it will the game will come out sometime after May 2019. Sometime after May 2019, it was delayed again to 2020 with a new name under its belt, Inazuma 11 Great Road of Heroes. In 2020, the game was delayed again to 2021. A year goes by, and it's now 2021. The game gets delayed to 2023. And you think Level 5 would have learned the lessons after so many delays, but no, they then proceeded to delay the game 4 more times. At the end of 2023, they delayed it to 2024. In 2024, they delayed it to June 2025. And in April, they delayed it to August 21st this year. And then in July, they delayed the game to November 13th.
Okay, so
that's insane.
We're expecting another delay on the 13th of November, perhaps? Or no, it does sound like that they finally cracked it, but Silksong has clearly got nothing on this.
One would think with so many delays, the game would be an absolute mess. But it is level 5, which we know are very prone to never being able to release games to that release date. We've seen it with Deca Police, we've seen it with Fantasy Life, which came out to good reviews, and we also saw it with the new Professor Layton game. Some early copies have gone out on Steam, and it's gotten overwhelmingly positive reviews. Of course, it's only a few people, but people seem really like the story is really good, the gameplay is good, and it's also just a nice return to form for this game. Now, I personally have never been exposed to Inazuma, but I do love football, and I have been exposed to something called Oliver Benji. It's an anime about football.
Oliver Benji lives in it? No.
There's actually a song I learned of it in Spain, and I swear everyone in Spain will know this song. Oliver Benji, los magos de balón, Benji, Oliver, which roughly translates to Oliver Benji, the magicians of the ball.
I see.
But yeah. After bajillion delays, the game is finally coming out. Sorry, that's a very long. I just thought it was crazy when I was reading. Like, what? How many times is this game delayed?
Well, that's all right, because the next game hasn't been delayed, as far as I'm aware, although it is only coming out on Switch 1 on the 13th of November. Hitman Absolution. There is a Switch 2 version coming in 2026. This is... now, I'm a big fan of the Hitman games, certainly the more recent ones especially. This game is a re-release of an older game, and it takes quite a different approach. It's a little bit more sort of linear, on rails, not as kind of open and free, which many people weren't over the moon about. But at the same time, I've seen plenty of people say that actually it's good in its own right. So maybe, I've not actually played it. I've got to be honest. I'm kind of curious too. So maybe I'll do just that and see what a more sort of truncated, streamlined Hitman experience might be like.
Yeah, I've not played any Hitman, so personally, I don't have quite any interest in it. But it is nice that the games are coming to Switch 1. And also Switch 2. So I'm excited to see how that will run. If I were to get in, probably get it on Switch 2. But what about these next games, Alex? Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah, Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza Kiwami 2, both coming on the 13th of November as well to Switch 2. There's a Switch 1 version of Yakuza Kiwami already, but this is like an improved version, it runs better. all that sort of thing. And it's the first time we're getting Yakuza Kiwami on a Nintendo platform. And I very much enjoyed Yakuza Kiwami when I played it on Switch 1. I'm not sure I would necessarily double dip to buy the first one again, but the second one, I'm well up for playing. I've heard better things about the second one, and I enjoyed the first. So, you know, clearly I'm onto a winner here. But if you're unfamiliar, Yakuza games, you play as a member of the Yakuza. It's pretty straightforward. It's violent, it's aggressive, it's also very, very silly in so many ways.
Yeah, it seems like it has a big contrast in like, oh, this is so serious, this is horrible topics, and then, oh, goofy stuff.
Let's do some slot cars. And some of those mini games are really meaty as well.
Coming the day after, we have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which is coming to both Switch 1 and 2, the 14th of November. And as you may or may not know, there's been a lot of Dragon Ball fighting games. I mean, isn't that kind of what they do for like 7 episodes? They just have like one fight. It's like, tune in for the next episode where we have like one uppercut coming up. Yeah, I've not really watched much Dragon Ball, and that's because when I was a kid, I booted up an episode when I was in Spain, and this episode, they destroyed Earth. I got very traumatized. So
just another Tuesday.
Yeah, just another Tuesday. I have, though, played Dragon Ball fighting games at my friend's house. He was quite a big Dragon Ball fan. I don't know which one it was. There's a lot of, like, there's the Budokai series, the Budokai Tenkaichi series. There's a lot of different, like, Dragon Ball fighting games. I do remember I really thought they were really cool for all the combos, and you can make big fiery balls and throw them at your opponents. And that's also what you're going to be doing in this one. Now, though, with the biggest roster in the series history. There's over 180, or was it 180 fighters? I don't know, but take that, Smash Bros.
That is a lot. I have heard that apparently there's quite a few duplicate like movesets and stuff like that. But when you,
I mean, when there are so many characters, yeah.
I mean, you could argue the same thing in Smash. Dr. Mario's just Mario with a degree, or hopefully a doctorate. Actually, no, that's not true. You don't need a doctorate to become a doctor of medicine, I don't think. In the UK, anyway, it's a different thing entirely. Slightly unrelated. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I've heard some interesting discourse around this game. No specifics necessarily, because I'm just not familiar enough, but some people are unhappy with the game, and, you know, it's got some issues that need fixing, and they're releasing this version without fixing those issues. I don't know, but I just wanted to show that we are at least vaguely learned in some of these areas. Just as we are learned, in fact, actually, no, I'm going to be honest, I'm not especially learned in this next game, Indica, coming on the 17th of November to Switch 1, obviously compatible with Switch 2 as well. I specifically, I read a few lines about this game and I was like, well, I'm interested. I'm not going to read any more. So basically, you play, I mean, it's like the turn of the 19th century. You play as a nun in Russia, and it's sort of a narrative-driven story where you're sort of like influenced by the devil. That's all I needed. I'm like, okay, I'm sold on that. That sounds bloody interesting. So I specifically haven't read any more into it. The box art is incredibly striking, I think. You've commented on it as well.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what's Indica? And then I looked at the box like, oh, I've seen this. Like the yellow especially. It's really, and all the laughing. It looks really unsettling.
It really does, yeah. There's something really sort of, I mean, who makes a game about a nun in a nunnery? Like, it's such a bizarre concept. And the description that I read has just intrigued me so much. Also, Masahiro Sakurai says that he loves it. He said it was like his game of the year or something. Don't quote me on that, but I do know that he likes the game. So that, I mean, that's all I need. That's all I need, so I'm going to move on. The next one is SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide, coming out on the 18th of November for Switch 2. If you wanted the biggest, like, shift in terms of tone.
Yes, we have another SpongeBob platformer coming our way, where you play as either SpongeBob or Patrick. You can kind of swap between them too. You must save Bikini Bottom from the Clash of the Titans, which is King Neptune, and we also have the Flying Dutchman. They kind of are in a big fight. I watched the announcement trailer of this one, Alex, and it's really good. If you've watched the movie, this trailer brings back David Hasselhoff. And then they kind of like sing this. They have changed the lyrics of the "Soon will the Wellerman come." Like soon. I don't know. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great trailer. I haven't played a lot of SpongeBob games, even though I've been a big SpongeBob fan growing up. I really love the movie, Hail Plankton and all that sort of scary stuff. My brother was traumatized by that movie. But yeah, I think it looks like a fine time. It's a SpongeBob platformer. This game is coming to both. No, this game is coming to Switch 2, so hopefully it should just run a lot better than.
We can hope.
Yeah.
I'm not going to step in with any opinion because I know almost nothing about SpongeBob SquarePants, and I'm happy to keep it that way. So. Instead, we have Morsels on the 18th of November coming to Switch 1.
Yeah, this is one of the most intriguing games I've seen. The art style is really, like, it's so original. It's just lovely, as you might put it. In this game, you play as a little mouse who can morph into a lot of different things using cards. The music, at least in the trailers, fits right in. It's like really bizarre and weird. And so you're trying to upgrade these different morphs, so you can get like better. You can turn it into a better. I don't know. It's like this goo ball. I don't know. It's weird. I was excited for this game when I saw it. It's like, oh, that's a great art style. It looks really intriguing. But after watching the announcement trailer, that's when I got super like, oh, I'm going to be playing this one day. Maybe not immediately when it comes out, because there's so many other games that are just taking my time, but it's definitely on my wish list, and I'm very excited to give it a go when that eventually happens.
Yeah, it looks again like quite a nice, unusual game. It's a surprisingly unusual month. Like, it's not like we've got 4 Metroidvanias or something like that. Like, we got a 3D platformer with Mr. Pants in it. No, Mr. Pants is a different character. Scrub that. It's really exciting. Very much like, okay, not really exciting, but at least it tickles me.
The next game, unusual.
Squirrel with a gun. 18th of November, coming to Switch 2. I mean, I've seen a lot of people say, this is kind of very much a goat simulator style game. You play as a squirrel with a gun. It is also your primary, or at least one of your methods of maneuverability. You shoot a gun. And you fly in, God knows how many directions. You use the gun to platform and things like that. Is this, going to be Game of the Year? No, it's not. But
yes.
It just looks like stupid fun. And sometimes that's all I need. The title says it all. Squirrel with a gun. I mean, that should be frightening. Instead, it fills me with a childlike glee.
Yeah. I have nothing to add. You can just
we can leave it at that. Next up, we have Demon's School coming to Switch 1, and I swear, on the 19th of November. And I swear, I was talking about this a year ago, coming to Switch 1, and it just unfortunately got delayed, and not quite as bad as Inazuma 11, but even so. This is a really cool tactical game taking place within a school. Whoa, did you see that one coming? It's a really...
It's filled with demons.
You know what, Felix? You might be onto something there. I actually played a Steam demo for this back when I thought it was coming out in previous years. I can't remember which year it was, actually, but, it's not a big deal. It is only coming to Switch 1, but Switch 2 compatible and everything like that. If you like your tactical turn-based games, it's a really good one. Does some really interesting different ideas, and also it's got a beautiful art style to boot.
Well, a game that also has a beautiful art style to boot is this next game, which is the game I'm most excited for this month. It's Kirby Air Riders.
Yeah, same. It's a boring thing to be the most excited about, because obviously it's a Masahiro Sakurai game. It's a big game, but I'm super excited about this.
Oh, the game looks so great. We played some on the demo, that was only City Trial, because
we did, yeah.
Online.
We even played with some of you lot, which was fun.
Yeah, no, the game is really good. At least from what I've tried at the preview, what I've tried in the demo. It's a really, really exciting time. It looks like there's so much content with the single player, with the customization. Like, I'm really excited to dive in and be like, oh, okay, I can customize this and this and this. It's, The gameplay is also really good. I love Air Ride. Air Ride is really fun. I could see that being like a smash hit when I get friends. So I was like, oh, let's play Air Ride. Because it feels quite balanced. Like the CPUs were quite easy in the demo because that was only level 3.
They were very easy, weren't they?
I'm sure that I think you can turn them up to level 9, just like in Smash Bros. So yeah, really, really, really excited for Kirby Air Riders, and I can't wait for the 20th of November.
Me neither. It's gonna be one heck of a time, I'm sure. We're gonna have to have some games online, and maybe we'll do something. Let us know in the comments if you want us to do some like community stuff. We'll do some city trial. We'll open up a paddock. It'll be great. Let us know with a comment down below. But that's the list. Is there anything we missed? Let us know with a comment down below. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you subscribe? And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, this next game, Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero.
Sparkling Zero. I changed it to Sparkling by accident. I like the idea of Sparkling Zero. It sounds like a drink.
My notes have fooled me. Hold on a minute.